Morning, everyone. This morning we're going to put a converter on this bug, and if you haven't seen this yet, you will be, because I have a timing belt video, but I'm just having trouble uploading it. Seems like the high definition stuff takes forever to upload, and the bigger the file, the more trouble you have with it. Anyway, so we're going to put a converter on this car because it was leaking, and I think the pieces are breaking up inside and turning sideways. It lacks power sometimes, but let's get into that in a second. The guy has also this same bug. It has 270,000 kilometers on it. Never had a timing belt. I put one on the other day. It was finished. You'll see that. And it's never had a set of spark plugs either. So anyway, let's go down first step first and get underneath it. Well, first things first, we need to go measure the inlet and outlet of this converter. And I think I was going to bring a smaller size. Anyway, you can use anything you want. I'm going to use this sliding pair of plastic vernier calipers. You could also cut the pipe off, converter off, and measure it with a tape measure. And I can see it bulges up there, so I have to see the length of my new converter and match it up compared to the old one. So we are at, looks like 2¼ inches. Okay, I'm going to measure the front, and the front is a little bit smaller. So just hang on there, guys. I got to reach in there. Get this. That looks like 1.7" almost. Oh, anyway. Okay, so I brought 2 from work, and I should have brought a third. Anyway, I'm using these, I hope I pronounced this right, Emico. They're made in Canada, right here in Ontario. We try to support our local businesses, and these are supposed to be heavy metal converters, so we had some trouble with the MagnaFlow ones. Anyway, let's next step we have to do before we cut it off, we're gonna have to take one of these. I think the 2 inch is gonna fit under there. Anyway, I'm gonna take one of these underneath and measure the length. Okay, you can see the shitty weld job I did on here. This stuff was really thin. It was hard to weld, and I couldn't get around the backside. The whole backside of this converter was broke off. I can see now I'm gonna have to add a piece of pipe to it. So I'm just gonna kind of hold it up into place, and I'm going to see if I can weld around the top part. It looks like I should be able to get in there, so it'll determine. Sometimes you can get a clamp on these. Anyway, sorry about the bad footage, guys. So the next step is to cut it off. We're going to have to add a piece of pipe to this. As I'm holding it up, you can see it's not quite as long as the old one. Okay, let's see if that turns out. Oh, let's see if I can get in here. This is the next trouble. I don't have the car high enough. Usually at work, I can knock one of these converters off in about half an hour, 20 minutes. Down here, that's going to be another story. Now, you want to keep your position of your converter the same distance away from your rear O2, because sometimes you change the distance, it won't read right. Because they say the exhaust gases actually swirl inside, but if you believe that or not, I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to switch to this cutter instead of the Hussman because I can't get in there. I'm going to have a good set of gloves on. Okay, guys, I don't recommend using one of these with the guards on it, but gotta do what you gotta do. I don't have a lot of room to get this in there either. Okay, That one's going off track a little. Oh, got goggles on. I got a bunch of crap in my eyes. Now a chain cutter, pipe cutter would work good here. Let's get the other bad boy out. Okay, back under with a big bugger. You see my cut went crooked up there. That's I need a new blade. Oh man, that hurts. Whew. Yeah, so you cut the back up now. Oh yeah. See the shit come out of the converter. I think I got to go into town, guys, get a new blade. Just chewed it right up. Watch out, it's hot. I should know better. I gotta run in town now and get a blade, but yeah, should always keep stuff like that on hand, but you don't have to waste gas going back and forth. Tim Hortons, I hate this place. Okay, let's give these bad boys a whirl. Maybe I should have just bought a bigger cutoff blade for the saw when it made more sense. Anyway, let's give her. Now, this is the problem here. You can see the guts are broke up inside of that converter right there, and I think it was plugging it. You see my shitty welding job. I couldn't get up on the top side. I couldn't even see where I was welding. This stuff was very thin, and flux core doesn't weld very good. Anyway, after I welded the exhaust on this car, after I put the time belt on, it started having a misfire, and it wouldn't do it all the time. And you can see the platinum in that. There goes 20 bucks right there on the ground. All coming out on the ground there. Anyway, let's get our new one in there and see what we can do. You can see this was a bit offset too, so this might be a tricky one to put in. Okay, so only you got to remember when putting a new converter in, some of these are dual bed. They have two pucks inside of here made out of different materials. You have to have the arrow, the flow, pointing in the right direction, or it'll screw the E-test up. So you can see that's what it's supposed to look like. You can see right through that one. Okay, make sure you guys get rid of your metal burrs. I cut a piece of pipe to length to fit between my converter. Make sure you get rid of these metal burrs off of here, because if you don't, they could come off and get jammed in the converter, and cause you all kinds of problems down the road. So I got a little chainsaw file, all I could find. Get rid of that shit, clean it up. Okay, for some of you that don't know, a lot of you know, I'm going to put this up in there, kind of like make sure this piece goes in here. Then when I get it into place, I'm going to slide it out, take up the space. Pretty simple. Anyway, you guys are going to have to sit this one out while I weld because I don't have another mast to put behind the camera. If I ever get some more money coming in, I will buy another lens so you guys can see some of the welding action in action. Okay, I get that all welded in place. I'm not doing this again without a hoist. I get too friggin', I don't know, it's too sore laying on my back. You can kind of see what I did in there. I hate flux core. Did I tell you that? I hate flux core. I hate flux core. Anyway, let's start her up, see how many leaks I got. And I'll have to patch her up if I get any pinholes. Okay, so we have several leaks. We're gonna go down here and mark where they are. My biggest one is on the other side of this blob. We're gonna mark it. A little one over here. And one at the top, which I don't know if I can get. Okay, I got the converter on, I got all my pinholes welded up. You can even use mother cement if you have to. I don't recommend it because it doesn't last. But if it's only a pinhole, it's good for that. But a bigger exhaust leak, forget it because it won't stay on. This car has some other issues with the exhaust. You can hear the mid pipe leaking right there. I can't fix that here. There's no way. If I can get under the car, I could, but it's not worth it. I just got a big piece of slag in my ear. Went right down inside. You should always put your ear plugs in, even for welding, because you never know where the sparks are going to go. Anyway, guys, I hope you like that. Hope I get back to some fun stuff here shortly. Maybe I'll take the tractor for a rip. Anyway, guys, if you like this kind of things, rate it, please, and yeah, just rate it and comment and subscribe. Thanks a lot. Talk to you guys later. Okay, where's stick? Where's stick? We get a stick. Where is it? Stepping on it. You're stepping on it. Get the stick. Get the stick. You want this? You want this stick? Go get it. Crazy dog.